make us better actors. It loosens you up, prepares you for the unexpected in a scene, gets you out of your head.
I'm not going to comment. This is garbage. Here's the thing. They need to justify... Here's the problem in a nutshell with acting classes. They get paid per class. Each class is an hour, 2 hours, 2.5 hours, I think is the longest I've ever seen. So let's say 1 to 3 hours. Twice a week, typically, is what it is. This motherfucker, apparently, he's like holding classes every day, right? It can be a lot of money. We could be talking a couple $100 a week. You know, I mean, $50 a class, $75 a class, something like that. And you're doing 1 or 2 classes a week. And usually they run in courses. So, you know, it'll be like 10 to 15 weeks as a course, right? Let's say 10 weeks. Okay, so you're doing, let's say, 4 hours a week for 10 weeks. That's 40 hours. You got to fill this time. Now, the amount that, you know, I could tell you that would teach you acting, how to act, and then to practice the acting, and then to get direction and correction on how to act, and, you know, how to build character, and, you know, all this stuff, how to deliver naturalistic dialogue, improv, all this stuff, right? Could probably fill maybe 20 hours. Then you've got people demonstrating their acting skills. Maybe that's another 10 hours. So what do you do with the rest of the time? You're trying to get paid here, man. You're trying to get paid. You fill it with bullshit. Say you've got a 90-minute class. Well, the first 20 minutes were loosening up, right? Then you give a 10-minute lecture, and then everybody demonstrates what the, you know, and there's like 20 people in the class, and they demonstrate with the 2-minute scene. So, you know, that's another 30 minutes. You see what I mean? Like the time, it starts to drag. It's almost like you're doing a radio talk show. Let's say, you know, because I can talk, right? If I had to do 20 hours a week, like they typically do in these radio talk shows, 3 hours a day, 5 days a week, if I had to do 15, 20 hours a week, like all of a sudden you realize how much time that actually is. Like, holy shit. No human being can fill that amount of time and still be interesting. So you kind of run into that thing here. Like, so how do you fill that time? You fill it with bullshit. That's the number one problem with acting classes. If the class was a nice, tight 10 to 15 hours per course, man, you'd be super successful. You wouldn't be wasting your fucking time. The only thing that's beneficial about the long 10-week course is repetition does help you get the reps in. But maybe classes should be 30 minutes. But the problem is nobody's going to pay $50 to $75 to $100 per class for 30 minutes. They don't feel like they're getting as money worth. So they come in here and the teacher wastes their time to the point they feel like they got their money's worth. That's the whole thing. You know, and I'm not even saying it's a scam per se. I'm saying to make it, if the teacher make it worth the teacher's time, he has to get X amount of money. And to make the people feel like they're getting their value out of the money, it has to be X amount of time. So it's kind of like both sides are psyching each other out. That's where you come in. That's why you have all this horse shit, like act like a tree, just loosening up shit, and you know, it's just the crap you see in these acting classes. That's the problem. Right there. You know, it's just, I hate to say it, man, but like it's ingrained in the system. If you tried to change it, nobody would. Like if I offered a class where you could learn everything you would in a normal 10-week class, 40 hours, 50 hours, you could learn that in 5 hours. Nobody would take the class. Because it's just ingrained in the system. So, you know, it's not even like a scam. A scam is like, well, you could get a better deal, you know, if you looked around. No, there is no better deal. Nobody's offering an actual class that doesn't waste your fucking time. That's the issue I have with this shit, man.